Yeah, definitely. Now we are loading on in. It's a Terran versus Zerg. Oh, I like the colors they picked, but
Me too.
here we are, spawning in the right side of the map, representing Team Rise. It's Future.
And spotting on the left side of the map, it's the pink Zerg player from Soth Esports, Bioice.
Yeah, can another of Rise's players make it through the tournament?
Very possible. Very, very possible. I think Bioice always rolls pink. I've cast him quite a bit. I seem to remember it being a very pink Zerg most of the time.
It's nice how players have their colors. Now,
It is.
Okay, well, the question is, what is Future going to do? I mean, he's known to be a bit cheeky or cheesy at times, but is he going for a CC first?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Honestly, why not? I'm surprised more Terrans and more Protoss don't do this, because Zergs are going to go for this Overlord Scout more often than not. And by the time they see what you're doing, it's really too late for them to respond economically. So far, so good.
Yep, that early command center on the way. And then, I mean, particularly on a new map, it's like players, I'd argue, are prone to cheese less when they're figuring out the map pool. It's like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work out. And so, command center early, I don't mind it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a fan with it, even on maps where players know what they're doing. The Zerg's not going to see this until it's too late to really do anything about it.
Yeah, and the thing is that like a command center first is completely safe versus something like a 16 pool. It's only disastrous if your opponent goes for something like a 12 pool or
Yes.
a Ravager Rush, which is not too common.
And especially where I was going to say, where we watched the Zerg fail last time. I'm not sure Bioice actually saw that, so maybe he's not discouraged by that, but just playing standard here. And hey, there's a closer hatchery there, drone. Didn't come back. Very sad. Reaper on the way from Future. Nothing crazy there. The timing will be a little bit weird, but it's not going to be freaked out by it. That is a very early third base. That is Zerg styling these days. That is a very confident Zerg throwing down that third hatch at 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Well, he comes on in with the Overlord. Now, what did he see exactly? I mean, he saw the factory. Just he doesn't know this is a CC first.
I don't think so.
Maybe from the Reaper timing he could.
Yeah, the Reaper's definitely late.
But the Reaper, I mean, sometimes they just go around and scout out.
Or sometimes they stay home to defend until their base is done and then they move out.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Bioice doesn't know this is a CC first, so by all means, Future, he got away with this. I mean, there's not much a Zerg can do to really punish a CC first anyway.
No. Oh, and I mean, especially where Bioice just went for the third base at 2.5 minutes anyway. I mean, that's what he would do if he recognized it was a command center first.
Yeah, but yeah, he'd just do that anyway, so.
Right, so it worked out for him.
Now, follow-up for Future, I mean, CC first changes things up a little bit, but you still eventually get into the same tech, so the factory on the way, the Hellions getting out for that map control, and then the starport and the reactor on the barracks is interestingly enough, so wanting out a lot of fast Marines or something like that. Or,
Yep,
you know,
Overlord comes in, scouting at the perfect time, sees the starport,
are we going to see double Liberator?
sees it lifted up. Reactor Liberator would be interesting. Zergling's trying to roll in, but there are a couple of Hellions landing on the wall is complete enough.
Yeah,
We're
he's
gonna be
landing.
okay.
There's nothing to actually shut down this Overlord. Will it be like a Viking and a Liberator, maybe? A Liberator for now. And a second Liberator.
There it is.
Okay.
There's the Reactor Liberator play.
And I mean, this is one of the new maps, and I know there was one of them which was very good for Liberators, and it seems like it could be this one, because this looks like a nasty spot for Liberators to hang out.
That is a lot of dead space behind that base.
Main base not too bad, it seems. But then the third base as well. Like, that's a high ground spot. You get Liberator range and you are golden. But no, Future just going for double Liberator, which is always cool to see. And then actually following it up with an Armory. So maybe going for like a double Liberator to distract his opponent, then going for the Armory behind it. So you can maybe get some
Yeah.
Hellbats in there. We'll see.
Yeah, man. Bioice is finally getting some roaches here, but not before he gets 46 workers up on the 3 bases. Future is pushing.
Oh man,
That
this is a lot of Hellions. The double
And
Liberator's
there's-
moving out. Yeah, they may actually just like lock down the third base to try and kill it or something. Instead of going for the
Yeah.
harassment. Oh, this is such a sick build out of Future. There's a lot of queens though.
Armory is just about complete, and there's the transformation.
Here's
Timing
the
happens
bats.
quite nicely. The Zerglings are going to be pretty darn useless here, unless they...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of roaches
Enough
and a ton of
roach,
queens, so the
yeah.
Liberator is being useless as well. Looks like a good defense by Bioice. Future's not even going to try.
Bit of an attack here. Zergling checking to see if they're a quick third base from Future. No, dancing around the wall. Hellion diving on in here. I think they're going to die, and they know it. The Roaches have them on 8.
Oh man, but the drones, they're
The drones
getting 8 so
going down.
far.
9, and we'll just keep it at 9, thanks.
But still, the amount of drones that they killed, the Liberator's also going around. They can always try and deny mining at some of these bases. 2 queens in the main base should shoo these Liberators away. No, looks like they will get shut down. One of them dies, so those Liberators not accomplishing much. But then back at home, I mean, Future, he sacked the Hellions, but he's been making more as he is meching this game. So once again, similar to how QXE was playing. Well, QXE eventually made it into Mass BCs. Future maybe will.
Yeah, he's weird enough that he very well could. Not put it past Future at all. Roaches coming on up. Liberators, though, man. Where's your Ravagers at? I like the Roach, I really do, but you need some of these to be Ravagers, and now they can't morph into Oh, never mind, they're here.
There's all
Hey,
the
Ravagers! And yeah, please set up in Defender
man.
mode. That's exactly what I want you to do.
Oh, there goes 2 Liberators popping off, and this is actually suddenly a very strong attack from Bioice. He's like, I made Roaches to defend. That means I can use them to be offensive. There's a bunker up, but I mean, there's only 1 Marine in it. A tank getting set up will help. One of the Liberators is still alive, gonna reset up, but Future's already pulling SCVs into this. And,
Yeah,
the
he needs to
tank
cross the battle. He
just
does get the
popped off
tank.
immediately. Another tank is getting set up on the high ground as there's no high ground vision. That'll help out. However, that bunker needs a hug, but he actually just abandons it. And now Future
And-
suddenly taking mass amounts of damage here, and he's got nothing to deal with these Ravagers. He's got 2 more tanks popping out, but even his orbital is actually going to die, it looks like.
Yeah, the Ravager is just choosing not to engage at all with that tank inside the main base. Crocodiles
man.
take that sucker down. This is a lot of Ravager. Going after the Armory too. SCVs here, transferring over to their new natural base because their natural base is dead. And Bioice back home is making some more Roaches, joining up a little bit. He's expanding behind it. This is just looking so good for Bioice.
Yeah, fantastic play for the Zerg player. This tank on the low ground going to get picked off. Tanks on the high ground shelling away, but look, they can actually just go to the third base and there's nothing to defend it. I think Bioice has just checkmated Future here.
Yeah, and the SCVs are fighting. That's never good for them. Corrosive Miles, decent hits there. It is 44 to 61 workers right now. 61 to 12 on the army. So couple tanks present. Roaches right on top of them. They're not in siege mode at all.
More
Additional roaches are
spilling
coming
forward.
across the map. And SCV is trying to kill roaches on the other side there. They're doing pretty good for themselves, actually.
As far as SCVs versus Roaches
Yeah.
can do, but 19 of them have died. GG, Bioice takes the first map.
Nicely done by Bioice. Holds the aggression on his side of the map very nicely with the Roach and the Queen, and then decides to go for the counter attack there and manages to make it work. That was a lot of Ravager. Ravager target firing was perfect on those Liberators, on the tanks too. Didn't have high ground vision, just didn't engage with the tank on the high ground. Shut down the natural base, shut down the third base, trickled across a few units there. Did not make this an all-in. He was expanding behind it. He had an infestation pit, which was really nice for him too. And in the end, just too much Roach, too much Ravager, and Future tapped right on out. So great job.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Future, he was trying the aggression there, but it just got completely shut down there by Bioice. Just very well done.
Beautiful stuff. We'll hop into game number 2 here between Future of Terran and Caleb. Thanks for hanging out with us today in your late afternoon, evening. If you're in North America, if you're watching us from Korea, it's very late.
It is very late, or I guess it's early morning at this point.
It's so late, it's early. That's how late it is.
Yeah, that's how you know it's late. That's for sure.
So hopping right on into our next map is going to be Port Alexander, spelled the Russian way, I believe. Wasn't there a Brood War ship named the Alexander?
There
The flagship
was.
of
That
the-
was
of the
Stukov's
UAV
ship.
fleet. Stukov's ship was the Alexander.
I think so.
Okay.
Or yeah, because no, he calls in the Alexander in co-op.
He calls his own ship in co-op the Alexander?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It is indeed Stukov. I was trying to remember where that was from, and I was like, is it his ship or was it another ship? But no, now that I think about that, it is Stukov's ship. All right.
Excellent.
But spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map, representing Team Rise, it is Future.
And spawning in the top left from Sloth Esports is the Pink Sword player, Bioice.
Yes, thanks to everyone for tuning on into Afreeca World 26 Rise Esports Edition.
So happy to have you aboard. We are really casting some really fun stuff on the new patch here. That is the best part, man.
Oh yeah,
just
it
new
definitely
patch, new
delivers.
strategies, new abilities. It's what everybody likes in every part of their life is new. What is new?
We getting philosophical here?
Well, no, just I think people are interested in seeing what's new, whatever aspect of they're looking at. To some extent, I don't know. And that's the thing with StarCraft. People, I mean, that said, Brood War hasn't had a balance patch in like a decade, so Brood War still has a lot of fans.
It does. Does indeed, but then I imagine even if StarCraft stopped getting balance patches, there'd be a lot of fans.
There
in a
would be,
decade.
and the meta's actually changed in Brood War 2. I've had people in the comments of my cast say, hey, what year was this played? Because that helps me know what the meta was like when this was played. And so even if you don't
Yeah.
see balance changes officially, players figure out new stuff, optimize different ways to play, and it does change the game over time.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I honestly don't know too much about Brood War, but when it comes to like comes to that, it's interesting because like StarCraft 2, if you ever go to cast StarCraft 2, it's like once a replay's past a certain date, it's like it's completely irrelevant because of
Yes.
all the balance patches and everything. So pretty much anything you see cast in StarCraft is new. But I guess you could always cast an old Brood War game, and technically, while it's all the same stuff, it can still be completely different if it's like an old one.
Yep. Even there's nothing different with who attacks what or what units are available or anything, and it's pretty amazing stuff. All right, so coming on in here is the Reaper with 4 Zerglings, as is tradition. KD8 starts blowing those Lings up, and a Reaper does get a Ling kill there.
Yeah, doing a good job so far. Maybe looking for another. Just Ling is running around till that queen comes out to save them.
Another Ling goes down, though.
Yeah, Reaper
Oh,
still
did it?
just hanging around. I mean, oh yeah, he wants those Lings. Look at that. Cute micro by Future. Gotta be careful though. This Reaper is taking a beating, and I think it's actually gonna go down. And the question is, was it worth it for 3 Zerglings? I don't
Almost
think
got
so.
the 4th one there, but I don't think so. Just for scouting information, the Reaper's really important. Right now, Future is blind as to anything that Bioice sends out across the map, any tech he decides to make. I guess you have scans, but Terrans are so loath to use scans in this early stage of the game because they'd much, much, much rather have mules.
Look at that, those Marines. It's like they're hiding. They could have come out of the crate. Look at that. We can see inside one of the crates.
Cool. Is there
Imagine if
anything
your
in there?
units could go in
No.
there like a 50 HP bunker or something.
It's another box, like, coming into that first crate. It's very weird.
Overlord getting picked off as it dives on in
Good
here
scout.
to scout. And Future's actually going for a 2-1-1.
Perfect scout, though.
Yeah. And now Bioice knows exactly how to defend this. He's like, okay, 32 Lings will be on the way in approximately 30 seconds. I'll position my queens in order to intercept any drops.
Just so droning up in the meantime. Couple of queens for base defense.
Yeah, 2-1-1s are pretty predictable these days.
Yeah, there was a while they were the strongest strategy
yeah.
on the block. Beyond man, Beyond and his 2-1-1s.
I remember one of the GSL statistics. It's like there was literally one pro game in the round of 32 in TvZ in which Terran did not 2-1-1, and there was a lot of TvZs. And then all of a sudden, Zerg's like, wait, I know how to defend this.
And it went away.
Yep. Now whenever a Terran 2-1-1's, like sometimes players still make it look very good just because they bounce around from the start. But I was like, okay, a 2-1-1's a good practice build. I practiced with the 2-1-1 probably for months. I was like, okay, I'll try and improve my fundamentals. I'll go for the 2-1-1, and I lost every TvZ I played. Just trying, because like I'd go for the first drop. Okay, I'll poke and prod a bit, look away. Marines are dead. They got surrounded. Second drop goes out. Zerg defends it. It's like, okay, now I'm on 2 bases, horribly behind. I guess I'll build a third. Then I started making third CCs, and life got a lot better.
Yeah. Macro, for sure. Always helps. All right, so here we go. And like you said, a million Zerglings are out on the map. 32 of them. With 8 more in production. Working on that +1/+1, but they're not going to be done anytime soon. Queens are here to deal with the medevacs. The Lings are here to deal with Marines. And Future pulling back. He does not want to engage on creep. He will get surrounded if he goes there. They're trying to find maybe a 4th base to knock down. Maybe swinging around to a different area, picking off more creep tumors.
Yeah, nicely done. Denying the creep. Very important. Bioice. He's got the Lings out, that's for sure. And Future, good job. Gets on out of there. This is like the bare minimum the 2-on-1 has to do. Ideally, you'll get damage, but denying creep is a must with it, really, so you can continue on the aggression later on.
Yeah, but the longer it goes, the more the upgrades are going to help here for Bioice. Future is getting +1/+1 too. Combat Shield going to finish before either of those, and Banelings now part of the army for Bioice, with a lair coming up as well. He wants to get speed Banelings as soon as possible against this very, very bio-heavy play from Future.
Yeah, definitely. That third base is on the way for Future, obviously later, but eventually on the way. The 1-1 will be the follow-up. And interestingly enough, we haven't seen another drop coming out of Future. A lot of Terrans usually get like a Widow Mine and go for another Medivac drop, and then reinforce this for the push. But Future, no. Just committing to the 1 drop, and then maybe really just trying to macro out of this, throwing up the armory. So, yeah, Future taking the very macro-oriented option out of this by not trying to drop anymore right away or anything like that. And so that's an interesting way to play 2-1-1.
Yeah, the Marines just picking off what they can from distance, not engaging on at all, running as necessary, and just really keeping the pressure on Bioice. But that said, again, Bioice isn't feeling it all that much. He's making 5 drones at a time, spreading his creep.
There's another drop moving out for Future, so now he's going to have more Medivacs out on the map. Trading with these Lings, but going to have to lift up and get on out of there. Now, with these extra Medivacs moving on in, we'll see where they're going to drop. Bioice has his creep spread into his main base, but no spores or anything, which sometimes they're elects to defend from these drops. However, Future just unloading. Looks like he's just going to try and hammer his way into the front here. And I mean, there's so many Banelings, though. They do have centrifugal hooks now as well, I believe. Or no, they do not, pardon me.
Just getting started. It's going to be a while. Target firing those Banelings. Future Lings
so
going
many
off
Lings.
creep. They're going for the surround. Some guys get killed, but most of them get picked up, and they're just chilling in their medevacs, feeling pretty safe right now.
Oh, look at this. He's unloading on top of the Banelings. This is actually a nice find for Future. Although now his Marines are very spread out, but good micro pulling them back, trading out. Oh man, what happened at this base though? Lings get towards the third. Future's base is ransacked.
Remember that third base he had? Yeah, me too. Widow Mine burrowing in. It is not special Widow Mine until Drilling Claws is reached, so he doesn't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah, Future took a lot of damage there to the counterattack of Bioice. If he cleans up this Ling army, it won't be too bad. However, there is a lot of Lings here for Bioice, but the Medivac's really healing these Marines. Future has a ton of Medivacs.
He does. Nothing's really killed them to this point either. Don't have a Spire, don't have any Corruptors, no Hydras, nothing like that. Bioice just sitting on Ling Baneling, going for an Infestation Pit. Centrifugal Hooks is just about done here, as well as +2 attack. It's going to be really, really nice, but 4th base coming down for Bioice. Marines feeling emboldened after holding off that Zergling counterattack, picking off more and more of these creep tumors. And the Queen's just sitting back and watching for now as 22 Lings are on the way and some Banelings. He really needs to save this 4th base if he can.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has enough, though.
Likewise, Future really needs to kill off this 4th base. He's got mines coming on in. However, he is on creep, so he's got to be so careful about the Banelings. But there's actually just not much for Bioice. Future's actually really far ahead in supply right now. Some Banelings are going to roll forward. They get pretty good connections, but not enough. Queen's coming on in here. They can't save the base, and Bioice is knocked down.
Yeah, Future really, really needed that, and he did pull it off there. We'll see if Bioice replaces because a good Zerg player should. He's got a macro hatch coming up.
Also got a Hive on the way. Bioice is a Zerg who likes to hit his sort of happy late game. Now, Banelings roll forward, but Future lifts up and gets on out of there. And while Future took a lot of counter damage, the damage he did to Bioice was very significant.
Target firing, not really doing that
Marines
well.
unloading on the Banelings. They're dealing with so many. Fantastic trade.
Zerglings at the third base of Future again,
Oh,
getting
wow.
chased away. Orbital Command on fire right now.
Yeah, and now Future, he did delay his +2 armor a little bit. Well, actually significantly.
Yeah.
So he
That's
doesn't
a
have
long
that going
time.
for him. So Bioice will actually have a slight upgrade lead versus the Terran player in a second, which will help him out.
He's also waiting for this hive to complete before really doing anything but Zerglings and Banelings, which, I don't know, man. Can you get to the tech you're trying to get to before you die? That's what I need to see.
Pretty risky not having Hydras or anything, or Mutas or something else to defend.
Corruptor, anything.
Just the Queenling Bane.
And
Now,
a drop on the top side here by Future, threatening this front and
Oh.
dropping. Oh, those are Liberators.
Yeah, double
Okay.
Liberators coming on in here, and actually one to the main, one to the natural. It looks like it's going to be. Bioice is going to have to react to that very quickly, and he doesn't have any Mutas or anything to help deal with that. No Ravagers, no Hydras or anything, so it's just going to be Queens or Spores, but he's got to pull off. However, he's starting to lose a fair few drones, trying to get some counterattack damage done, but Future is just in a tremendous position right now. This harassment, just the icing on the cake.
Yep, Liberators setting up, going back to town again to the natural base and at the third base. Queen, nope, I was going to say a good position, but she's not now.
And
There we go. 9 drones killed. Big attack coming into the fourth base again. There's a lot of Lings and
There's
Banelings
a
here.
lot of Lings, but Future just lifts on up. Oh, the Baneling connections are pretty good there. And suddenly there's just not much for Bioice left. The supply really tells the story. Marines just
lot of
spreading out.
Banelings,
Look at that
though.
spread. Future's like, there's only Banelings. Okay, I'll split my Marines. And
Yeah,
wow,
but
look
there's
at
a
that.
lot of Banelings. I don't know if... Even if you split them well enough. Queen's fighting here too, doing pretty well, saving his fourth base. Ultralisk Cavern on the way, and 3/3's coming in. If he can hold until he can get some Ultras out, he's going to be in a pretty darn good position.
Yeah, this is going to be one tough hold, though, as the mines are all off their cooldown. A few Marauders adding into this is going to give a lot of muscle to just push. And Bioice, he's making more and more Banelings. He's just got to buy time. Is he going to lose the third base, though? It looks like he might. Meanwhile, he's counterattacking, killing off 11 SCVs once again at that third base. However, his own fourth base is falling as a payback with Future. Looks like Bioice may want to go for
real.
it. But there's so many Bane, there's so many Widow Mines. He's loading, and he just loads on up. Oh man, those Banes eating massive Widow Mine connections there.
Still taking out the Widow Mines. The Ultralisk Cavern is done. Adrenaline Gland's coming in here too. We will officially have Cracklings in just a minute. And Bioice is taking a replacement fourth base just outside of his main too. So he's going to be able to have this income. It is 61 to 37 workers in favor of Bioice. He's going on chitinous plating now. When he has the Ultras, it's going to be a big deal for him. He's not getting the anabolic synthesis upgrade.
Yeah, I
As it
just
turns
gotta
out.
get the chitinous first, I guess.
Yeah, that does seem to be the priority. We'll see if he bothers with speed or
his
not. But the
fourth
fourth
base,
base
though.
gets found.
But Baneling's rolled into Future's third, and he kills off 12 more SCVs. So, I mean, he's really forcing Future to try and get some damage done. A bit of a misengagement there. There was some Lings just roll on forward. Meanwhile, the Liberator at the natural Queen's got to react to that. But there's just so much Bio right now. Bioice needs to make the hold, but Future, he's just trying to take a perfect engagement, and the supply really tells the story.
Yeah, this is looking really good right now for Future. The Marines, the Marauders just never stop coming. Liberator shutting down entire bases of income right now. Where are the Ultralisks? I don't know, but there's a lot of Liberators here, and they can deal with Ultras pretty darn well. As it turns out, Marines on the ramp, 119 to 80 total supply. 3-3 finishing, and there's your good game. Future
Yeah.
ties it up 1-1.
Future took a
Nicely
lot of
done.
counterattack damage there, but in the end, he manages just to go for the throat of Bioice.
Yeah, fantastic display of just non-stop aggression from Future. Was not about to let Bioice get a fourth base up for any length of time, taking it down twice. The replacement fourth base went down too. The upgrades were good enough, and the splits were good enough too for Future. Widow Mines really helping in that situation. And yeah, I really didn't agree with Caleb's decision Bioice's decision to completely bypass the Hydralisks or the Corruptors or something to aid with those medevacs, because they kept lifting and saving. And I know he wanted to rush to Ultras, but he didn't have enough time to do it. And eventually just too much Marine, too much Marauder. Liberator's getting the mix in there too. And that is all she wrote.
Yeah, definitely. And now we're tied up 1-1 going into Kairos Junction. Pardon me.
Kairos it is.
All right, and yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning on in. This has been the first day of Afreeca World. Tomorrow we will be having Puck versus H-Jax. Took me a second there. And then after that, we will be having the winner of this match playing versus QXE, which is bound to be a great one, regardless of who makes it through.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be very, very good indeed.
All right, currently tied 1-1, spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map. Playing for Team Rise, it is Future.
And spawning the top left, far, far away, is the pink Zerg player from Sloth Esports. It's Bioice.
And here we go. Proxy Rex.
All right, going to be aggressive here from Future.
And this is a very Proxy Rex. And it looks like it's just going to be one. Just one Proxy Rex. This is an interesting play coming out of Future right now. Not the most common build versus Zerg. Sometimes Terrans just go for the one Reaper, but following it up with the double gas. So it's like he's playing a TVP right now.
It's true. It's kind of weird that way.
So going to be a very early Reaper getting out, so Future will be looking for drones with that. And it's possible he'll be able to get a few. I mean, this is going to hit very quickly.
Yeah, that pool's not even 50% complete here. There's your bunker. So it's not like concentrated pressure, but I don't know. It's going to get something done.
Yeah, this is like the you have to deal with this sort of light harassment. As the bunker there will definitely be a nuisance. A drone comes down, sees this. This could force a big overreaction from Bioice. Look at this. He's pulling all the drones for one bunker, for one Reaper. So Future already getting the reaction he wants, denying a lot of mining time. Then the Reaper shows up and Bioice says, wait, what?
Hey, I can finish the bunker. That's nice. Now the Reaper has a nice, safe place to head home to. All these drones are in trouble. Why are they not? There we go. Making one into a crawler. Lings pop out.
Yeah, they've already been pulled into the natural, which is the main thing. This Reaper can just hop in and out of this bunker.
Yep, trying to target fire down. Does get one Zergling. He doesn't even need the bunker at this stage.
No, and he's
pulling the
have a
wounded
second
one
Reaper
back.
popping out soon. Nice grenade as well, but the Queen finishes
And
up.
now you hop inside. Other guy hops inside. Queen stays out of range here and just droning up his Bioice. He's making more drones, getting speed for his Zergling. Deciding to hop on up here seems a little bit risky if you're these two Reapers, but then just hopping back down and sneaking back in.
And they can just hang
That's
on out,
amazing.
being such a nuisance to his opponent. Meanwhile, Future on his side of the map, getting up a reactor on his factory, getting up a starport as well while this is going on. What he's going to go for behind that is a question. Then going for a CC on the low ground. Then just denying mining. A third Reaper came out, actually.
This is interesting here. And they're trying to take down that Queen. They almost get her, but everybody hops back in. Now 3 Queens, that many Zerglings is enough. He's going to kill as many Lings as he can and then salvage the bunker. And then get out. But pretty good opening aggression there. One Reaper does get picked off by the Queen. They really want to get that Queen so bad. He really wants that Queen, but he can't get it. The micro's too good from Bioice.
Yeah, good pullback. Now the Barracks scouting, flying over his opponent. Good way to identify if there's any aggression. And look at this! A fusion core. Is this going to be for the battle cruiser, or is it going to be for Liberator range?
Probably Liberator range.
Let's see it. Future is a memer. It's got to be BC, right? I want it to be.
Me too.
He's got another supply depot queued up. This has to be for a BC.
Yes, we'll believe together here. Attacks in the main base of Bioice and at the third base of Bioice. Doing some work.
Yeah, Hellions poking and prodding. Reaper's bit of misrally there. And there we go, it's a BC. I love this build.
Yes, here we go.
Early BCs are good.
Being
Late
able
game
to
BCs,
fire while moving helps them so much at this stage of the game.
Late game BCs, in my opinion, are still rubbish. But early BCs, fine and dandy, in my opinion. Now, a lot of Lings are coming on in here. SCVs were actually a bit misrallied there since the depots were up. A little bit fortunate for them, perhaps. But with a battle cruiser on the way, this raises the question of what does Bioice do to deal with this? Yamato cannon on the way as well, very important. And we'll see. Future, is he going to teleport the BC in? Some players do, but I personally am a big fan of just walking the BC across the map, because then you have the TP out. He's also going to find this Overlord too. He can kill that and then go.
The Overlord's going to scout the battle cruiser though.
It is,
and then Bioice has time to prepare.
It's going to be so late. How do you prepare for BCs?
A lot of Spore Crawlers and Queens, mostly.
Yeah. Oh, there's the teleport in. Oh man, he's just going for it. The Hellions already bruising up some of the Queens. Is this BC just going to reign supreme in the air?
France uses going down.
Yamato cannon hitting that Queen with the high transfuse energy. But this BC, no, it's actually could be done for here. He's cleaned up most of the Lings,
Queen anti-air is so good.
Yeah, he's cleaned up most of the Lings.
Help the BC, keep it alive.
It survives. Oh my god.
It lives.
It's a miracle. That BC getting out. That is a very lucky battle cruiser now.
Go help your Hellion bros, dude.
So risky to do so. A Queen could be popping at any second.
Spore Crawler.
Oh no, it's a Spore run.
Run. Oh, what? What? This BC has 11 kills. Not bad.
Was it enough, though? I mean, Bioice, he did a good job. The Hellions not getting any drones or anything is very important. All the Queens died, yes. But for Future, that was quite a commitment.
It was. Injects. Without injects, your macro sucks. As Zerg is the thing right now. Look, there are 0 larvae for Bioice right now. And he doesn't have any Queens to inject with.
Yeah, he's making 1 for each base. He's also getting up a Hydro Den. Some more Spores
Hydro Den,
up.
also pretty good here. And I think that's it for Battle Cruiser. Looks like it's just the one.
There's 2 out. He's getting another. Gonna kill off that Overlord. I mean, mass BCs, though, I am the opposite of a fan. As they just don't scale well. Like, early game, yeah, that was nice for Future. And there we go. He teleports in another one. Wait, right on top of a Spore Crawler. That's pretty ballsy. But he's going to have 2 Yamato cannons. That's going to take out 2 of the Queens.
Yeah, he needs to get them fast.
Yet. Wow, look at this.
Here's the Hellbat.
SCV's even coming on in the BCs. There's nothing really to contest them. The Spore Crawler died. I always thought the BCs were done, I think. Now Hellbats are just natural.
Insane right here.
The SCVs are repairing them too.
This is working, LaughNgamez. Holy crap.
It is. Yeah. Oh my god.
The Future's army supply is dwindling, but the battle cruisers are unopposed right now.
They are. Another Spore runs forward, and the BCs say, alright, I'll kill it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, guess who's here?
Another BC.
And he can Yamato cannon that
are
Spore
going to
if he
start
wants.
popping, though, in all seriousness. And, they're pretty good versus BCs, but now the BCs can move. That's really going to help them out. Oh, look at that. Those Hydras just popping on the wrong side of town. Another one rallying by, but...
Hydra, let's stand. Target fired here. I like it. But here we go.
Injured BC should be pulled back, but look at that. It's shooting while it's pulled back. Wouldn't do that before.
Nope. Does it have a jump available?
It did have a jump available. Bioice taps out Future. Oh my god. Oh my god.
BCs are 2-0 today, LaughNgamez. 2-0! They've won every game.
BCs are going to win this tournament. Kappa, I think I found my new TvZ build, he says.
Heck yes, you have. Well done. Man, the Hellbats were genius. SCV to repair, fantastic too.
Fantastically played.
Man, you're right. Just being able to micro away while firing on whatever's hitting you. So much better for the battle cruisers. Fire while moving, man. It's good. It's real good.
What a game, though.
Seriously, though. Fantastic build there by our friend Future of Terran, and he's up 2-1 right now. He very well things straight up.
Great. So we'll get on into the next game, whatever the map is. This has been some awesome games though today, and Future looking good for his team to make it through.
Yeah, definitely. Future representing his organization exceptionally well thus far. And there we go, hopping on into the game. Thanks everyone for joining us. I know numbers haven't been as big, but appreciate everybody who's been here. Cap has been around, Gildolin, King Cobb, Elk was around earlier, Crayfish, Seeker Wind present, Cynical Death here as well. So thanks for being with us. Thanks for watching these games. It's really, really fun, man. Battle Cruiser in 2 of the games today, and Battle Cruisers won both games. I mean, who could have predicted that today? I guess, I don't know, not a very weird prediction, especially considering it's new patch week.
Yeah, it is. Bound to see some sort of weird stuff, but here we are. It's a best of 5. Spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map. Representing Rise Esports, it is Future.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, it's the pink Zerg player from Sloth Esports. It is Bioice.
All right.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again, Future. I mean, that got scouted. Bioice knew that was coming and still wasn't able to stop it.
No Zerg knows how to deal with BCs, though. And then it was the Hellions and Hellbats, too, that really helped out. Like, they picked off a lot of the queens.
Yep.
They kept that really final BC alive, so he could go home, get repaired, and join the fight again. And, I mean, Cerulean? I wouldn't say it's a terrible map for BCs.
No. No, there's places they can run to as necessary, or rush distance isn't forever here on Cerulean Fall, although it is pretty far.
Yeah, although he was teleporting them in. Okay. Now, no crazy cheeses or anything. That game did open up. That last game opened up with a proxy Reaper.
And nothing too crazy here from either player. Reaper going to move out. Walling up the front is Future. Bioice waiting for that spawning pool to finish. And so far, so good.
Following it up with the Marine just to be safe.
Is that third hatch from Bioice going down now? Dude.
Oh, almost. He's got the drone out. The intent is there.
That's at sub 230?
That is going to be an early hatch. Yep.
There it is, 220. That's super early. Reaper comes in, gonna try to get rid of all of these Zerglings as necessary, but puts himself on to creep a little bit, and man, gets off creep just in time. Nice juke.
Playing with fire.
So yeah, Future, nothing crazy. That factory is just about to complete here, and it is a reactor coming up. Assumes we're going to see some Hellion play again out of a Future.
Yes. Hellion play. Starport's on the way. I don't know about Battle Cruiser play. We'll just have to wait and see. But
I mean, it's always a possibility.
I'm down for it. Let's just see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get to the bottom of this thing.
Let's watch as many Battle Cruiser games as we can to figure out what's going on.
Discover the meta.
Reaper still poking around. Reaper alive again is really, really nice. Just because, again, it keeps scouting alive. It lets you know if somebody's moving out. He wants that tumor, but he can't quite get it well defended there.
Yeah, good defense there from Bioice. Nothing worse for Zerg than losing an early tumor.
No,
it really throws you off. Good find on these Lings, though, before they have speed. Bit of an odd engagement there. The Lings do get speed. They do manage to turn around.
And head back to safety on the creep. Creep tumor does... Oh, canceled.
A nice move there.
Yeah, great cancel from Bioice. Is that Cloak? Yeah, man. Cloak Banshee going to be the thing from Future. Haven't seen that in any of our TvZs so far today. Viking comes out and does see the tech lab is working, and that can only be a couple things. So Sport Crawler's immediately coming up for Bioice. earlier than he probably needs them, but hey, better early than late when there's a Cloak Banshee showing up.
Yeah, Cloak Banshee. Definitely a surprise. And oh, look at that Future. He cancels it.
Says the Overlord saw what I was doing. Time to get tanks or cyclones
That's
or
actually
something.
That's such a cute play. That's such a Future play too. Going for just being like, nope, I'll cancel. Go for something completely different. Bioice, he invested in 2 early spores so far.
Yep, making additional queens here too, making sure he can deal with the banshees that are not coming.
Yeah, so a bit of mind games coming out of Future in that
Nice.
regard, and then just getting up his quicker bio as a result.
Hellions getting into the third base, gonna try to dive into those drones. Hitting
You get
3 of them.
Yeah, nicely done. However, these Lings gonna make him pay for it. Suddenly, not the best trade there.
No, the Hellions couldn't get out. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, no, he really had to commit there. Good surround by Bioice, recognizing that. Now we got the Viking was sharking around looking for another Overlord. It has already gotten 2.
Third CC completing there for the Terran players. Zerglings come up and see that this is in fact the case. And says, where's your Banshee? Why hasn't the Banshee shown up yet? Well, because those Banshees are now tanks.
Yeah, he's just thinking right now. He's like, oh man, you sneaky Terrans.
Only Zerg can tech switch.
Zerg's just gotta be so salty. It's like, I built a spore crawler. How dare
Well,
you?
2 spore crawlers.
That's true.
That's infinite minerals from 2 drones.
It is.
Officially true. Viking picking off Overlords. Probably.
It's, gonna die though.
One more shot and
Oh,
run.
rest in
Oh,
peace.
wow. Got it. but
Bioice,
lost the
he's
Viking
made
in the
plenty of
process.
Overlords. Look at his supply. He ain't
Yeah,
getting
he's
supply
okay.
blocked.
No. I do like, I mean, my macro's not that good, and so I'll be like 10 minutes into the game and be floating 1,000 minerals, and I'm just like, you know what? Overlords, go! Never be supply blocked again.
No, yeah, I need to work on that. It's always whenever I'm playing Protoss or whatever, and then it's like, okay, the Terran's coming in with his tanks. He's about to hit my third base. It's like, let's go warping some zealots. Never mind, we're supply blocked.
And we're dead.
Yep. That's how it goes. StarCraft's a hard game.
It is. Don't get supply blocked. It's easier said than done.
Now, Future just walked across the map with these Marines, but they're joined up with the Medivacs, and now they're going to stim right on into this natural. Is Bioice ready for this? He's got a ton of Lings, some Banelings in position,
Got some
but
slow Banes. I don't know about sitting on the ramp like this.
I mean, Future, he traded pretty well there. He killed off a good number of Lings, I think. Now unloading in the
that's not a
main
good
base,
place.
that's pretty ambitious.
Yeah. Too many Lings, too many Queens, too close to the area of your original engagement, but keeping the pressure on Bioice while his third base is up and running. Throwing up some bunkers there too. Hive on the way for Bioice. He's basically doing what he did in the previous game, game number 1, except he is getting a Spire this time. Okay, so he wants to be able to deal with the drops before Ultras show up. And he should be able to sooner rather than later. Unloading over
This
here,
drop
Link
gonna get
showing up a
found
little
right away.
bit too
Those
late.
Medivacs need out immediately. Meanwhile, the drop at the front, cleaning up some creep. Although, did he lose one of those Medivacs? No, the other one's just over here. Man, Future, what are you those poor Marines. Their evac was not there. Okay, so a bit of a mistake there from Future, but he's still trying to stress his opponent on multiple angles. Sniping some Banes, lifting up.
Yep, I mean, you can do this for a while, but eventually you need something to take down these Medivacs. And look, Drilling Claws on the way from Future here too.
Me likey.
So basically, Zerg just have to deal with remembering how Widow Mines are when they're burrowed.
Oh, wow. Future, he must have been worried about an attack at some point as well. Double bunker.
Future pushing into the natural base with a decent Marine group,
Can get a
buckling
queen.
down,
Does
and
he
then
see
diving into
Spire,
the
too?
third base at the same time here.
Yeah, lots of Banes though, but he does have to get on out. And all the Queens, look at this. This could be so sick for Bioice.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
man.
No way.
These slow
No
Queens.
way.
Future's like, why are the Queens there?
Why are there Queens there?
He
Not
does save one of the
full
Medivacs,
Medivac.
so good reaction. Cleaning up creep on the front. And eventually he will be gearing up for a big push. Probably 2-2, getting up a lot of mines. Cleaning up as much creep on the front as he can. And then here it comes. Tanks, mines, salvaging bunkers. Oh man, this is going to be a strong push. However, Bioice has other plans in mind. Look at all these lings. 125 lings. Most of them in that army there. And
yes,
now,
that's what I like to see.
I mean, if these get into the natural or something, Future's in a lot of trouble. Oh dear lord.
Lift it. He did
Oh.
what?
Oh, the mines. Burrow the mines. Burrow the mines. Oh, meanwhile, this attack's going on in. Future's hands
the main
forced,
base is open too.
Ah.
Decent mine hit.
Lots of Bio heading on in. However, there's not much to defend because all of Bioice's lings are pretty much on the other side of the map. Marines working away in the natural, so these players dealing a lot of damage to each other. However, Future, his hand is really being forced. Although, I mean, he's got a good amount of units in the main base. Maybe he can hold on, and he's wiped the natural Bioice. The Spire is also going to be under fire, and he's got a ton of tanks and mines set up outside this base. So he's going to work away on that Spire, and he gets it.
That tank inside Future's base has 20 kills on it. It absolutely saved the main.
Oh my. Now that the third base and the natural were really cleared by Bioice, however, Future has resecured them. He's been dropping into the main base, and he's cut off the Zerg's natural base as well, which really puts the Zerg in an odd spot, in which he doesn't have everything connected. Once there's all these tanks and everything else separating him, Queen's buffering a lot of tank shots for now.
Oh gosh.
But there's so many Widow Mines here.
There are some Ultras coming in here too. I'm not sure where they are.
There they are. They're going to eat a mine shot or two. Lots of Marines are going to get cleaned up, though. And some more Marines coming on in here. There's no Overseer as well, so those mines do need to be cleaned. But Future, once again, dropping in the main base. Adrenal Glands does complete, so that's nice for the Lings of Bioice. And supply-wise...
Chitinous plating, that'd be incredible for him, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
Yeah, no, those Ultras, they have vested interest in keeping that chitinous plating alive. Future coming on in with this bio, but he doesn't actually have any medivacs to support it, so he probably needs to hightail it if he wants to get out of there. And ooh, lots of Widow Mines detonating. But I think medivacs can meet up with this army, probably save most of it. What a scrappy game.
I know. Marines trying to get rid of these Ultras, but they just do damage, especially multiple Ultras available. Multras? There's Multras available. Wow, I just made a new word.
Congrats. Now, that third base getting set up for Future once again. I mean, he did take a big economic blow, and it took him a long time to get that resituated, but he's now just got a ton of bio and 3 medivacs. This bio is so red. I mean, he wants to get something done because this third player is on a few healthy bases, and oh no, his third base is going to be under attack by a lot of these Lings again.
How the crap is Bioice alive? I don't understand. Widow Mines!
Oh, those mines, they did their job.
They did. They killed some
5
SCVs, but that was fair.
That was a lot of Lings that died. 246 Lings dead this game.
How
Most of those in that run by, I think.
His army is... Okay, his army was bigger for a second, but his economy is way better. He's replanting his hatches that were lost. He's getting some infestors. His ultra count is really scary for a largely marine player right now with Future. 39 Marines and 4 Marauders, and no Liberators, no Ghosts, no nothing, but 11 Widow Mines,
he has
which
a
can
ton
help
of mines
a little
still
bit.
out on the map.
True.
I think Future, maybe, does he need to like drop the main base or something? Because just with all these Marines versus Ultras, it's going to be tough to make that work. And it's pretty much just Ultras for Bioice.
And some infestors, some fungals would be real nice here.
Yeah, they don't have pathogen glands though, so they're a ways away from that. This is a lot of bio though, and there's actually not many Lings to wrap around on it. Mines connecting with the Ultras, they deal decent damage to them. Transfuses going down, however, that's the new Transfuse, doesn't heal them quite as quickly or as much. Can't just be dumped. But this stim for Future, oh my lord.
Where are the infestors?
Oh no, this bio is pretty much over-stimmed. It's got 1 more in it. Oh,
sure, but they're faster than the Ultras are. This is some intense micro, but it's not impossible.
These Ultras, they need their upgrade.
Yep.
Where's that Swiftness upgrade? Oh man, he is going to clean up the Ultras, I think, though, and now he can fight the Lings.
A little bit.
He does. And he's ahead in supply. Still.
Oh my gosh.
And these mines. Oh man. Boom.
He really should have waited for the infestors there to that way.
Yeah, they didn't have the energy, though,
nothing.
but... Look at this minefield. Future. His bio's slowly being healed. Where's some more medivacs? Queen's eating a lot of mines. Those other mines gonna recharge, and oh man, those infestors are gonna be exposed.
Good fungal though.
Yeah, good fungal.
Not bad.
This game is bananas. Meanwhile, another attack at the third base. Tank cleans it up so Future can get back to mining with his handful of SCVs. Bioice doesn't have too much, but he still does have the vastly superior economy. Those Marauders are trapped. They can't be lifted up until that Fungal runs out. A lot of mines set up, though. They deal decent damage to Ultralisk.
Where are the Overseers? There's one on the way.
Okay,
finally.
Now the mines are going to be cleaned up.
Man, that minefield has been tons of work for Future so far.
Another Fungal going to catch a good chunk of this army. Ultra getting on top of it. Marauders will clean up that Ultra, but no, Future knows it. GG.
Dang.
Bioice taking us to the ace match.
Dang, Bioice, how did he come back and do that? He was in a huge amount of trouble. He basically was sitting there base trading a Terran, lost his natural, lost his third, lost a ton of stuff in his main too. But Future just able to hold on to his main, and Future came back.
He tried his best, but
Also,
into the final map.
Yes, Gildalin. Watching see all those dead Ultralisks as getting kited back and back and back, that really does hurt. Man, that's what anabolic synthesis is for.
Those medivacs, though. Oh, man.
Dealing with bio. Yeah, medivacs, MVPs there.
I mean, he needed one or two more because that bio was so stimmed for Future.
Yes, overstimmed, but it's making it happen, man. All those died. What killed more of the bio were the siblings that ran in and got some shots off on that overstimmed bio. That was amazing.
Yeah. Crazy scrappy game. This is the second time that I've cast these two in a pretty long series. I cast them at a best of 7 before, and that one really delivered. That one went to game 7. This going to game 5. Really awesome to see. And for the first time today, we are going to be seeing Stasis as the map.
Oh, ooh, I like it. I like it already. Is it one of these? It is one of these where you spawn in the top corners.
All right, and spawning up in the top right-hand corner of the map, it is Rise Future.
I haven't seen this spawning pattern in a long time. And spawning in the top left is the Pink Zerg player from Sloth Esports, Bioice. Boy, howdy. What a series so far. It was a really good StarCraft today.
Yeah, 4 best of 5s, but a lot. Oh, I mean, they have all delivered. Like, we've had at this point 3 series that have gone to the final match. And then even the one that was not with Puck and Cuddle there, that was still a fantastic series.
Indeed.
This is the map that I accidentally took the third as my natural by mistake.
I'm sure you still won, right? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll pretend I did.
Right, no big deal.
Oh, new map woes, but this one
makes it fun.
Seems interesting. Yeah, I mean the air blockers are definitely something to note.
Yeah, I haven't seen this since like New Gettysburg. Say it was map early in Legacy of the Void.
The air blockers are always interesting, so cool to see Blizzard allowing this back in, but it really, like, if this map didn't have the air blockers, Terran and any air unit would have a heyday. Protoss would be rushing Tempest every match, but thankfully these air blockers are here. But yeah, and that really gives the map an interesting dynamic. Then there's this sort of run by, or I guess delivery system. I don't know what you want to call it, but if these 4 rocks get killed, 4 big rocks, by the way, so I don't know if we'll ever see those actually broken down in a match, but
yeah, that's a lot of rocks to knock down. Jeez.
Still, it's interesting.
Reaper taking the shortest path available to him.
Yeah, actually 2 watchtowers in the center. Now Future gets on in here looking for a drone. Bioice has been very good keeping his drones alive, though, by the way.
He has been. Careful staying on this creep. Wow. Does he want it? Man, the Lings have split a bit better. I think they could have done some damage and gotten him, but
no, Reaper,
juking back down.
Wow, good duke, yeah. Trying to get one of those drones. There's 2 that are injured, but this Queen's finished up now. This Reaper, he's got to run.
He does. He doesn't have enough energy or health to do much of anything else.
Yeah,
other than just
Bioice is excellent drone micro, whereas Future excellent Reaper micro. Really making the start of the game very exciting. Reaper diving back on in, testing the waters, of course, until that Ling speed will eventually shoo it away. Meanwhile, Future has a starport on the way. He's going to have to fly around those air blockers on this map, though.
Yeah, which is a little bit weird, but shouldn't take too much getting used to.
It's like a giant structure, too, that's just floating. Man, the graphics on some of these new maps are crazy.
I like them. They're bright, they're vibrant, they're
this
very
is like
interesting
a
to look at.
Purifier map.
Yeah, I like it.
Drone at the third base could be in a little bit of trouble, but Lings are out for Bioice. More Hellions grouping on up here. Oh, that one Queen getting pretty low.
Yeah, pretty good micro on display though. Hellion, Reaper getting that extra damage, and Kitty Charge blowing the Queen off. Further away from creep, they do get one of the Queens there. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Queen for a Hellion, good trade there. Meanwhile, Bioice looks like he's maybe planning a counterattack. Actually going to catch these Hellions. This is a nice find. Reaper dives on down to be with his companions, running back to get to some more Hellions, and I think Future needs to go on home with those in order to heal up.
Run.
Because those are glass cannons right now. Or they're just made of glass. Not necessarily cannons versus the Queens.
No, they are not cannons in any sense, really.
Versus drones, they are.
True. And Zerglings and probes and whatnot.
Oh, fantastic catch, though. Good game sense by Future. Catching those Lings running by for Bioice. Not many of them make it by. However, these Hellions, they're still so weak, but is he going to dive on in? Man, he is making me so nervous with these two injured Hellions.
Baneling Nest getting started here from Bioice. I think he learned his lesson from game 1. He's not just going to try to hold this with Ling Baneling. Although, so far, there is no sign of higher tech from him. I mean, if you can hold it with Lings and Queens for the first 10 minutes, good on you, but I just don't think it's possible against really great turns.
Yeah. Now, Stimpack going to be finishing up for Future. He really is just going into a standard game. He got the earliest starport. He made the Viking that didn't catch a single Overlord.
Yeah, Queen count, especially in that choke, are just going to be just fine against Hellions. No big deal. That is neat.
It's an interesting point on this map.
Hmm.
The path the Zerg Overlords are going to have to take. The first Overlord, like, it's going to have to go down to the right and then straight across. Instead of just making a beeline for the Terran base. That's interesting.
That is going to be problematic. I think it's slow things down anyway. Coming on in, they do get that creep tumor, but there's another one present. This base is going to come up no problem at all. So he's working on cervical hooks, getting +1/+1 for his Lings and his Banelings and Ultras, if he's going to eventually have them. And it's going for the gold.
Going for gold, Future. Arguably one of the favorites in this tournament, going to be going for gold. But Bioice definitely giving him a run for his money. That third base being taken as the gold base is so cool for Future to do. He's now loading up with the double medivac. He's got the Hellions securing the watchtowers, and the watchtowers on this map give all the vision. Like, there's just the one path that's not really seen by them.
Unloading off creep here.
Oh, these Hellions, they're so weak. Oh, catching the Queens, though. Hellions coming on in here. They can roast the Lings, even though they are weak.
Lings getting that surround, though. Hellions getting killed. A couple of them do make it out there. One of the medevac's very low on HP. Infestation pit on the way. And yeah, this is, again, Bioice just trying to do this without anything but Lings and Banelings for quite a while here with some Queen support. And that drop, not much picked up there. Not much room in the medevac anyway.
Yeah, and good defense by Bioice. Future getting up 2 more additional racks. He's got a pretty darn good mineral income, and he's just getting set up at this third base. He's saying, right, I'm going to hold on to this. Cleaning up some more creep is very important. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Tanks here. Oh, man.
Pretty good.
That would be interesting to see for sure. I love all the theory crafting about what goes on a map. Future just continuously dropping, by the way. He's got a good number of Marines. Not too many medivacs with them at the moment, but He's also got a tank or two that are going to be moving on in. Looking for some damage on Bioice. He's opting to head towards this lower base, and like you said, just Ling Bane versus siege tanks can always be tough for a Zerg player.
Yep, there's a Spire on the way, but it's only 50%
This is a
complete
lot
here.
of Banelings though for Bioice. 31.
It is. He's begging Future to come onto the creep here. He
He
does.
Future, he's kept some of his Marines back, but a pre-split going to be very important versus this many Banelings. He's starting to produce some Marauders. 2-2 on the way for both of these players.
Once again, picking off more creep tumors here.
Oh, nice Baneling connections there, cleaning out some Marines. Meanwhile, there's a counterattack here going on from Bioice. Lots of tanks should mean this will get cleaned on up. Bioice has been very consistent with his counterattacks this series. The Future coming on in right now, and like you said, Bioice wants him on the creep. The creep has really been pushed back, but it's still possible the Banelings can get the jump on this army. Meanwhile, Bioice once again wanting another counterattack. Future's his rally out is going to be able to clean this up. Bioice does get a tank, which is a nice pickoff. Always, some Marines going to clean up some more of the creep here.
Yep, decent pick off there. More creep spread being reduced. And Ultralisk Cavern about 80% complete here. 34 more Lings in production. Army supply definitely favoring Bioice, but that's a lot of Lings. The counterattack.
Bioice, once again, he loves his counterattacks. There's a Widowmine in position, though. Is it going to get the shot off? Oh, it gets a pretty decent one.
Not bad.
Yeah, and there's just enough for Future to push us back, and now Future's pushing on in. Bioice, he's got a pretty good army here, however. Fantastic split by Future ahead of time, baiting these Banelings in. The tanks are here.
Banelings coming off creep here. The kiting is real for right now. Target firing those Banelings.
He eats a lot of Baneling shots, though.
But everybody dies anyway. And that was pretty well held, especially considering there are 6 Ultras in production. Adrenal glands for the Lings, plus 3 ground attack, or ground armor rather, and chitinous plating coming up from Bioice.
Bioice managing to hold on. Future, he's going to have to come up with something in order to get back in this game. I mean, there's a lot of choke points. His gold base will be starting to mine out eventually, though, and we haven't seen him throw up a 4th yet. No, he's coming on in with this bio. Cleaning up more creep. Meanwhile, another run by from Bioice. I mean, Future's done a fantastic job shutting them down so far, but it really just takes one good run by to really turn the game on its head for the Terran player.
Oh, that gold base was wide open.
Yeah, Bioice going around. I mean, he definitely knows there's a gold base now. But Future, is he actually going to surround all these Lings? He's going to catch a fair few of them. But I mean, Lings are really just the equivalent of nickels at this point in the game for the Zerg player. They can afford to throw away a fair few. Now Future's coming on in. He's up on army supply, so there's these big scary Ultralisks for Bioice. Future still has a strong army, though. He's got 3 tanks, a ton of Marauders, 19 Marauders, 41 Marines, a lot of Widowmines as well. So Future definitely wanting to put the pressure on here once again. The Zerg army is scary at this point. Future actually deciding to back off for now. He's got his drilling
Liberators. Liberators in production here, working on... Whoa! Nice. Holy crap, that was a huge hit.
Would have been better on some Banelings, but still a nice shot there. Tanks getting set up as well. And this map, there's so many choke points here. But Bioice is coming forward off creep. There's Liberators working away in this army. Future has so much bio. He's kiting back, but if the Banelings get connections, it could be lights out. However, it stays alive. This bio is very stim, but there is so much of it. Look at how much bio Future has right now. Pretty much 116 supply worth.
Ridiculous amount here. Very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, those medivacs have got their work cut out for them once that army stops moving. Liberators are being produced. Future actually floating as natural towards his 3rd base location. He's got this strong army, but okay, those medivacs finally able to start healing this up.
That's what we needed there.
And then he has
Infestors
to
in
stim
production,
again.
more Ultras, and Corruptor's trying to find something to take down with Caustic Spray, but there's no new base.
Yeah, this is exciting that this game is going later, though. As, Future, he's really committing to a lot of starports right now. Getting up his Ghost Academy, producing some Ghosts, and the choke points are very, very good on this map, so it will be tough for Bioice to push in versus Future. I would honestly love to see something like a supply depot wall in some of these choke points, or just even engineering bays, or whatever for Future, but this game, I think Future is really starting to accept that it is going later.
Yeah, without question. I mean, we're moving into +3 attack on your ground units for Zerg. That doesn't happen except in late games. We do have cloaking on the way. It's personal cloaking for Ghosts.
Oh, there's Infestors out for Bioice, though.
Yep.
Oh, there's a good fungal. Ghosts are here. They're going to be able to snipe down one of those Ultras. However, a Greater Spire is on the way, and that's really the checkmate that Bioice is looking for versus Future. Good snipes going down, though.
Yep, steady targeting, man, is pretty good against Broodlords, too. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily going to win the game here for Bioice.
Future also has a ton of bio as well. Ghost moving out,
Pre-splitting
more
his
snipes,
units.
getting some Infestors. Fantastically done. So good moves by Future so far. Going into this late game. Corruptor's coming forward. I mean, there's a lot of Zergs, but Bioice is engaging off creep, and this is still so much bio for Future. He's just kiting back, splitting back. There's no Banelings left, and now suddenly all this bio can just engage right on into these Ultras. There is one Infestor here, but that's definitely not going to be enough, and looks like that Future has managed to rout Bioice and clean up a good chunk of his army.
Yeah, he sure did. A lot of dead Terran there. I mean, let's not forget about that, but definitely a lot of dead Zerg. As we see resources lost here, 22,000 for Bioice compared to 16,000 for Future.
Yeah, Future may be counterattacking right now. There's still Infestors sharking underneath his feet, so he needs to be careful with that. He's producing Ghosts back at home, getting more mines, command centers up. Pressing on to creep, I think he definitely does need to be careful, and he is going to retreat.
Yeah, whole left side is basically covered by creep at this stage. Bioice just working on so much economy, but Future, he's had that gold base for a while. It's working out. More Ultras in production, more Corruptors.
Yeah.
We haven't actually seen any Broodlords, have we?
Yeah, Future pushing into this makes me so nervous. Yeah, and he is retreating. Fungal trying to catch these units. Some Widow Mines getting connections there. Bio is forced to retreat. And there is only one Medivac for Future right now.
Is there one? That's huge for Bioice.
And Medivac.
Yeah, she can't possibly heal up everybody.
She can try. She'd have to
run out of energy.
A hell of a medic. Okay, and now we are seeing some Broodlords on the way. However, there is a lot of Ghosts out for Future. 10 Ghosts are out. Whereas Bioice just making a couple of Broodlords. And I mean, we really are going to be hitting a split map situation. Pretty much all the bases are taken at this point. Well, I mean, Bioice, he still has to take his gold, and he starts that. And then there's that one center base. That one center normal base. Who's going to get it?
Good luck. Yeah, that's right. Good luck holding it, everybody.
Yeah, I feel as if Terran will have an easier time locking that down. Unless Bioice really spreads some creep out. Ultralisk eating some Widow Mines to the face. A lot of Ghosts are out for Future, though. Oh, and Nuke Alert.
Yeah, those Ghosts, man.
Oh, snipes going down from these Ghosts. Looks like Bioice is engaging in. Catches a Ghost. Nicely done. Does lose an Ultra, though.
Yep, steady targeting, real great. You almost need to fungal them. You got to get bailing shots on them. You got to stop them in some way. Look at this little shooting ground.
Yeah. It's like shooting Zerglings in a pit.
High ground on those guys.
Now, Bioice, he's trying to go for it. Once again, he's been so aggressive this game. And Future, he's got a lot of army, but some of this Bio is overstood by, oh my god, those snipes.
So
rapidly.
good fungals, but the steady targetings, man. Ultras out. There's your fungal on the
and
Ghost.
The nuke going down
getting
for good
tossed
measure.
down. But not going to happen. Does get canceled as the Ghost ends up getting murdered.
Future going for style points, but meanwhile there's a drop in the natural of Bioice. Yeah, drops can still happen in TvZ. There hasn't been too many this game, but Look at that Corruptor, by the way. Hanging out in the high ground. Widow Mines killing off some Overseers, but crazy engagements going on there. This drop for Future is actually getting a lot of damage done. Those killed off 16 drones, cleaning out the main base.
19. Lings running in small numbers. There we go. Pulling up Corrupt. Gonna go ahead and try to get rid of that medevac here too. That's a lot of Corruptor, and that medevac is going to die. And that is the final medevac for Future. So he's done. He's done healing. No more from him. Some drones on expired geysers there. Ghosts coming in with their cloak.
Oh man.
Scanning to see what's going on. They might try to steady target down those Broodlords.
Yeah, there's
and
infestors.
The Broodlords are unsupported here.
Infestors. He lands some EMPs, snipes one of them off, but he's losing a fair few ghosts in that. Always makes me nervous. Terran stepping off creep with their ghosts, and these ghosts are actually done for, so Future losing a pretty significant number there. And this bio is still red. Please make some medivacs.
It's so sad to see.
They've just been limping around the entire game. By the way, there's no +3 armor for Future. I just noticed that.
That's weird.
This game, though, also important to note, resources lost definitely in the favor of Future. So Bioice will be running out of that bank soon, and both these players are really just spending their money as it comes.
Yeah, nobody has any kind of a bank at all. They're both sitting at about 1,000 gas, I suppose, but another nuke on the way here from Future. He wants to get a nuke off.
Yeah, the Broodlord count has steadily been growing for Bioice, and that's going to force a reaction out of Future. And I mean, Ghosts can do it, but you really do need a high Ghost count. And that count has been reset. Like, so Future just trying to get up to the Ghosts. There's Infestors, though. Mass Liberators, I think, is a pretty good choice at this point, and he's building a fair few of them. Getting up some Ghosts as well. He's also got a Medivac moving out. Zergling's trying to hold on to that Watchtower. Those Marines, oh no, you do not want to drop that.
Oh wow. That was a bad unload. I guess, I mean, they're a Corruptor anyway, so probably gonna die anyway. Sky Terraning it a little bit here. Got some Vikings, got some Liberators. Broodlord's not too pleased by that. More Infestors in production. Another drop heading on down the bottom side of the map here.
Flying right over that creep, though. Lots of Queens in position.
Spore Crawler getting some free shots off.
Sending Lings back. Yeah, these drops not really getting to the returns Future hoped for. There's the nuke being called in. Bioice frantically probably checking all of his bases and says, wait, it's on my army. I'll back up. Oh, and look at this. Bioice, he's trying to secure that center base.
Look at, is that glitching out for you? Like the little bug inside?
Yeah, I noticed this earlier. It's like vibrating.
Spazzing out. Yeah, usually it's just swimming around and they're all nice and stuff, but nope.
Oh, it's fixed.
No, it is. Second stage, it's okay. Just the first stage is messed up.
All right. Yeah, I noticed that earlier on another of the hatcheries, but SCVs, these poor SCVs of Future, he says, I need as big of an army as I can get. And that spells trouble with those poor SCVs. Now, I mean, Future can't sit back and let Bioice secure this base. But Bioice really has reached that comfortable late game Zerg. He's got Broodlord and Infestor, which is a very good unit composition. And when I say Broodlord and Infestor, I mean Broodlord Infestors. There is a ton of them. There is 13, and they are pretty much all full energy. So these ghosts have got their work cut out for them. Future has a single medivac. Looks like the other must have gone down or something, so. And suddenly Future just still making more ghosts, but Bioice, he's got the economy. And any mineral that he mines from this base is a massive bonus for him. Future's ahead in the resources lost, but versus late game Zerg, it is hard to stay ahead. And if Bioice is mining more than him, that really spells disaster. A drop going on at the natural, trading with some links, but gonna get cleaned up. Future kind of just throwing away some units going for this. He's not getting too much done. You gotta try. A nuke cleans some creep tumors.
Fair, I guess.
All these ghosts are out, but what's Future gotta do? I think he's probably gotta step forward with his Liberators, right? And then secure a location, hope for some good snipes.
Yeah, I think so. Liberators, it's just the problem is you stepped forward too much and then the Corruptors get you.
This drop in the main base being a pain, but it just gets cleaned up here. There's a Marine and a Marauder left in that Medivac. Future going double armory. That's questionable when he's already got one. I suppose if you want to get your ship ground.
Yeah.
Okay. And now a few more command centers going up, which is good to see. However, Bioice, he's mining off this base. Future needs to punish it somehow. Maybe like a nuke or something coming from the high ground with a ghost. He's got he's got a few nukes banked up.
Yeah, nuke from the high ground would be brilliant from him. High sec auto tracking finally coming in from Future. Oh, there's a center base.
Oh my god.
I didn't know.
Oh man, Future. He's suddenly like,
Future.
uh-oh. Why is this Zerg sitting so passive? And now, okay, now he's springing into action. Okay.
Gotta do something about this.
He's like, right. Mass Liberators are set up. Can we talk about the Liberator, like, the color of the shots, though? It is beautiful.
It really is. That blue is gorgeous.
Now all these ghosts are stepping forward. Future. And he's got a ton of ghosts. 2 nukes going down. Those Spore Crawlers have got to retreat. What a great way to secure the space. Future said, alright, Bioice. I let you have that base for a bit, but now I realized it's there. I was curious, like, you can't just sit back and let the Zerg mine it. Now they no longer can. Nuke gonna land. More
Another
Liberator shots.
nuke
Ooh,
coming
gets an
in.
Infester. Snipes for days going down on these Corruptors. Ghosts are stepping back. A fair few of them get caught, but a lot of these Corruptors are going down. The Vikings are now coming on in. The Ghosts, though, are just getting absolutely cleaned up. The Vikings are trying to trade with these Corruptors, but all the Ghosts went down, but the Corruptors have all fallen as well, but there's actually Spore Crawlers and Spines.
You gotta fungal these Vikings, man, or your Broodlords are all going to die. There's your fungal.
Yeah, a lot of the Broodlords are dying.
Would be pretty good here, too, honestly.
Yeah, and it looks like that the air army of Future will be wiped. He just suddenly, all those Spore Crawlers and the fungal working wonders, and suddenly he's got to rebuild his army, and Bioice has the better economy to do so.
Yes, he does, and his Broodlords are alive. A lot of them are very injured, very bruised, but they still do that full damage that you want them to do.
Yes, they do. So good hold there by Bioice. And suddenly
yeah,
Future,
it was not easy.
He was just like, all right, let's do it, and went for it. And
nuke, 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 go.
Yeah, Bioice just ended up being like, yeah, I'm gonna push into you now, and his ghosts were just too clumped up, and that's the risk of using ghosts. I do like this. Ling's got to deal with this, and there's not too many Lings. Some Banelings rolling forward though.
Yeah, Corruptors here too to deal with these Medivacs. Can't unload there, that's for sure.
And if we look at the resources lost, it is really in the favor of Bioice now.
Oh, another nuke attempt. I feel like it is.
Good.
Yeah.
A lot more ghosts stepping forward
Broodlords
too. There's no Overseer here actually, so Bioice does have to retreat as this nuke goes off.
He could have just brought a Spore Crawler forward though, right?
It's on the high ground though, so. Although, yeah, I guess he could have. Another nuke going down. Queen's transfusing it. And here comes Future once again. A ton of Liberators. There's not too many more Corruptors that have been made. In fact, there's actually, well, there's 22, pardon me. I don't know where they're hanging out, but there they are. They're coming in now. Oh, this base is just, it's how many nukes is this base going to eat? But the transfuse just keeping it alive. Here comes the Liberator stepping forward. Future realizing that he's got to get some snipes off on these. He's going to kill off a lot of Corruptors, or at least hurt a lot of them. Another nuke being planned.
Oh my gosh, more nukes. Are you kidding right now?
I mean, nukes are literally throwing money at your opponent. In Future, he's going to start running dry eventually, but I guess if he's denying mining with these nukes, it's important.
Yep, losing 3 drones there, not too shabby. Ghost has 4 kills to his name.
He's looking for more. He's looking to add a hatchery to that
Oh, he
mess.
wants the hatch.
But there's the transfuse.
Yep, that's enough. Oh, that one drone didn't get the evac
Oh, no.
notice.
Listen, buddy,
Oh,
listen.
Poor guy.
Unless he's got a fridge to hide in, he is done for.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, the mining is being denied, but Future, he can't afford to keep throwing nukes at his opponent. Although he starts up 4 more.
He's sure doing it.
Liberators are on this. There's a ton of Liberators, by the way. Future's not maxed out, though. And he's really short on gas, so he needs to make like a big swell of Marines or something with all these minerals he has. Look at that, SCVs were being transferred here. That's pretty ambitious. He wants that base.
He does. He's not getting it. Base is still alive. Liberators, that is a no-walk zone, man. I don't care who shows up. Here we go again. It's forward more with the
Lots
circles.
of Liberators getting
Corruptors.
set up. However, all the Corruptors and Infestors stepping back. They're getting good fungal growths on this army.
Fungals,
Snipes going down for
broodlings.
days.
Fungals and broodlings all over these guys.
Alright, in the future he has to back off, but Bioice has retained the base, and that's like 5,000 extra minerals he has compared to his opponent. And that means that the War of Attrition not going to go well for the Terran.
No.
Oh, he's trying to bait him
long
into a
term
nuke.
here.
That's an expensive move. I mean, future, his game may hinge on getting a good nuke at this point.
I mean, he's got 200 gas, which is just not enough.
No, and pretty much all the bases are mined out of gas. He's stepping in right now, but there's just so many infestors. He lands a fantastic
Ooh.
EMP, but there's one or two more
Beautiful
fungals in it.
EMPs.
And future may just be thinking about going for it. He's calling down a nuke in this position.
And Bioice just has been too smart to allow his entire army to eat it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's maybe one of these times he'll
There's
miss it,
certain requirements of being a pro gamer, and not letting that happen is one of them.
yeah.
Unless you're playing versus Alive in the GSL round of 32. Oh, man.
The fungals, man, the consistent fungals here against these ghosts are so good, but the EMP is pretty fantastic as well.
Future, he's just like stepped out. He's like, okay. I mean, he's forcing Bioice to move out of position, and if you're ever going to get a good nuke, it's when you're pulling your opponent out, and look at that. There's a nuke on the ground. It's Bioice. He's backing off, though.
And
14 drones go down, but Future's army's really running thin right now. Snipe's going down on a lot of infestors, but Banelings are rolling forward. And Future, I mean, he cleans out all the Banelings, but there's all the Broodlords still here. So these ghosts
the
are really
Broodlords.
way out. There's also Overseers in here, so they can't just cloak and be fine. Now, Marine's coming on in here. He's trying his best. There's another nuke being called in. You gotta give it to him for trying. These ghosts are just way out here, though.
Cracklings chasing them down.
And Bioice with the massive bank. Future with nothing but Marines. Marines in a dream have accomplished a lot, but I don't know if they're gonna get what he needs done here today.
They have accomplished
Oh,
very,
there's
very
the fungal going down. And there goes the army. GG, Bioice takes the series 3-2.